Yeah, most definitely. And as we look at the agent selections coming in, it is more of the same from Castle's Kittens. They've been sticking tried and true to this comp all day so far. The Neon from Castle, the Clove from Clancy, the Jet from Evo Mega Knight, Sova from Stats, Killjoy from the Abu Dhabi. It's just been constant attacking pressure. Meanwhile, on the side of Darthee and friends, a bit of a switch up coming out. Darthee playing
Mhm.
Yoru. It's the first time we're seeing him on another agent other than Neon. Misuse is on that comfort role, Sloth on that comfort role as well, but Kozu is going to be playing a Deadlock. So a Deadlock single Sentinel on Sunset. It's a bit of an interesting composition. I'm curious what your thoughts are on their team comp and how it's going to play into them as they start on this defensive half.
I mean, it's really interesting. They're trying to play like double flashes with the Yoru and Breach, but Breach is traditionally used with like dive duelists. So I would have liked to see like Darthee playing like a Waylay. I don't know if he's played Waylay like that, but Waylay or Neon or like even a Raze with the Breach could like really do well because they know the Abu Dhabi his util is pretty good for holding sites. And Darthee, his clone will have to do a lot of work, and then Kozu with the deadlock will be pretty amazing at dealing with Castle and Evo Mega Knight their double dive, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, you wonder if that was part of the reasoning behind this compositional change, right? The stun and the slow just didn't seem to be enough, so maybe a net instead, right? Because Castle was kind of just running through a lot of these slows. Didn't seem to care, so maybe something that causes a little harder of a stop here. But I think you're right. It's interesting. They've had this Breach all throughout the tournament from Raccoon, who's been throwing fantastic utility, and initially playing on the Neon, you can imagine how you can capitalize off that. But the Yoru play style is a little different, and it's a little harder to see how you're going to capitalize off of the Breach stun and the flash, so I'm curious to see how that will play out. As we jump into this first pistol here, it's going to be Castle's Kittens starting on the attack here with just a bit of a mid approach and a mid default.
The Castle just Psycho running it in.
Good Omen blind
We'll
out.
get
It's going to deny.
Yeah. But trying to inch their way back, Darthee will have to go big here. He doesn't have a TP up.
Oh, he does spot some players out. So a great job there of getting the information. It's going to allow the players to start to rotate in, but Castle's just speeding it forward, running forward. It's going to cause Stats to catch Darthee off guard here. There's no flood yet. So these two players in CT are going to have an opportunity perhaps to find a gunfight, but relatively denied right now as the spike plant's going to come in. It's a 5v4 post-plant situation.
Yeah, Aftershock was just so late. Couldn't even kill Abu Dhabi, but Sloth will kill Abu Dhabi, but Clancy going huge, just taking out Kozu, but
Raccoon finds two into CT, so now it's suddenly a 2v2. With the swing out from Jen, Sloth is good as well, so Castle now in a 1v1, he's going to slide into the smoke. Both players kind of tagged up. The shot out from Castle's going to be good. Snaps Sloth's head off, and another pistol round goes the way of Castle's Kittens to establish an early presence here on Sunset.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit scary. It feels like Raccoon is going to have to use a lot of their own util for themselves with, I don't know how coordinated they are with their swings, but Raccoon did make the round very winnable, did get two coming out of, I think, Alley, but it looks like they're going to try to go for some aggro play.
Yeah, and I think Darthee and friends getting their guns from the flea market. Not much weaponry going on there as they look to take a bit of an aggressive mid approach. So Darthee eats the dart and TPs away, but there's two players inserted pretty deep here. Castle might run into some trouble as they continue to press forward. Sloth taking forward space in his smoke. How far will he creep? He took a good timing swing out there. He catches Clancy unaware. The stun is going to be good on the Castle. Darthee walking down. The judge, however, is going to shut him down.
Yeah, the stun doesn't really matter with this shotgun, and they have just left A completely alone, and it's like they're just gonna take the free site.
A correct assessment from Castle's Kittens, recognizing with so much pressure towards mid, grouping towards A is the way to go, but Raccoon does find a tag and a kill onto Abu Dhabi. It's going to drop the spike momentarily. No gun collected yet, but still a 4v3. The Aftershock in the blind is going to be strong on the Castle, but meanwhile, he doesn't care. He finds two with the judge anyway. And Raccoon tagged down to low HP again. Not much utility found. It's just a classic for Kozu as Evo Mega Knight finishes off Raccoon. So a 1v2 now, creeping forward. Just a net to play with.
Perhaps the grab net might be used to get Evo Mega Knight, but
with the dart spotting it out now as well.
Invested in, yeah.
cleaned up the round. So it got scary for a second, but Castle, being a bit of a hero there up in the A-Link, fully blinded up, finds 2 kills with the Judge, doesn't seem to care if he can see his opponents or not. It's an anti-eco converted and a bonus round. A relatively weaker bonus round than what we've seen thus far from Castle's Kittens, but nonetheless on the cards here for them coming into this first force buy from Darthee and friends.
I mean, it feels like Raccoon is kind of taking over, doing some hero plays like by themselves, like not really having their teammates capitalize on their own util, but Darthee is forced to teleport away immediately, but Sloth will just spray down Castle and put a stop to whatever's happening, but
it seems like they don't want to stop the pace, so you wonder when the Grab Knight comes. The swing out from Sloth, he's going to find it onto Clancy. Evo Mega Knight swinging through, catches the timing on the Grab Knight. Kozu with the spray down on the Spectre, it doesn't matter, finds both, and it's just going to be stats alone in this 1v4.
Yeah, I mean, this Deadlock Wall gonna stub stats and Darthee will take him down.
Yeah, really well handled anti-bonus round out there. That first pick from Sloth was crucial on the Castle. They were looking to do a fast market split. It kind of crushed all of their momentum at that point. They still tried to force it through, but in tandem with Kozu, even though the Gravnet didn't find the most amount of value, was able to help clean up the round with the Spectre there. And then Darthee, like you said, hitting the final shot there onto stats, cleaning up the round. So our first real buy, real full gun round coming in is really going to set the tone for the rest of this first half.
It's looking like perhaps an A fake coming out from Castle.
Yeah, just a bit of map exploration, right? A dart towards Elbow, just the Neon and the Sova. Meanwhile, the other 2 players working up towards B. To Abu Dhabi is meant to control all of mid, but alone with the spike here with Sloth.
Yeah, I mean, the Deadlock just left all of B, and they did see that the wall was broken, and
Sloth looking for a timing. Abu Dhabi though catches him out. Over aggression from Sloth there. Their smoke's completely eradicated now. It's going to cause some chaos and some repositioning now. A site looking like the weak side as all of these players have flooded over towards B. Castle's Kittens reassessing, taking it slow, just reworking some space. They're not committing to a site yet, and look, they're pulling all away again over towards A. It's just clustered chaos from the side of Darthee and friends. They don't know where to go. They don't have any information, and it's allowed the B site to just kind of open up for free here now.
Yeah, and even though they hit the stun sensor, it's just not enough, as Kozu might be able to hit one with the grab net. But
wonder when Evo Mega Knight will choose to play on this lure. Could be very crucial and impactful as so many players spotted out towards CT. I don't think they're considering it really at all. Evo Mega Knight with the backstab coming in, just creeping up.
Here.
Look at this trigger discipline. How many will he find? There's one. Goes for the second onto Raccoon. No, is traded out by Darthee, and Raccoon finds the aftershock onto Castle as well. Stats with the refrag. A 3v2 now. Swing out from Stats.
One enemy
for the
remaining.
trade 1-for-1. A 1v2 now for Misuses. He's creeping forward. Has a lot to do on his shoulders. Not a lot of time left to play. The swing out is not going to be good as Stats shuts it down. There's 3 on the round. Castle's Kittens find a way to continue to roll.
Yeah, I mean, Stats has been so impactful in like all of these rounds. It's so hard for Darthee and friends to actually do anything. Evo Mega Knight could have went huge, but only did manage to get 1. But it's so hard to retake. You don't have nearly enough util. But Castle did get taken down by the aftershock. I don't know how that happened, but looks like it might be another potential fake, because the spike is towards B.
Yeah, I think just staying with this 1-2-2 default kind of thing here. This A fight out from Darthee and friends is going to allow them to deny that initial A control. But with these 3 players over towards here, I would not be surprised to see them start to run away pretty quickly. They rotate so fast, and I feel like they're overplaying these rotates. Again, Sloth gets caught out. First pick given away. Your smokes are dead again. Castle's going to accelerate forward, finds a sliding kill onto Misuses. He's looking for more. Shot down by Kozu.
Amazing
Mega Knight,
shot.
however, finds the refrag. Gonna get shot in the back a little bit, right? Raccoon is finally gonna go down, but a lot of damage for their trouble. Meanwhile, the B side is completely open. It's a 3v2 post-plant situation coming on.
Stas has got to be careful. Only taken down by Darthee, and 2 ults could be available to use. As
here comes the Yoru ult, going to find information on both players now. The Rolling Thunder going to be committed as well, but Abu Dhabi got the kill onto Raccoon with the volley and full stun up!
Abu Dhabi, oh my god!
Oh my goodness, Darthee coming out of the ult, just not able to find that kill. It's a 4th round on the board by Castle's Kittens. An unfortunate circumstance as they committed both of those ultimates and find absolutely nothing for it.
Yeah, their incredible retake ultimates just really fumbled the mark. I don't know how Raccoon died to a Nano Swarm, but that's a really devastating loss by them.
Oh no, just an unfortunate whiff out from Darthee. Not an opportune time for him. Somebody who has been absolutely dominant throughout this series. Just a moment, a lapse in aim, and a lapse in ability there. It's starting to snowball a little bit. You start to get concerned if you're Darthee and friends, because this is the elimination map for you. It's now or never, and it's starting to look a little more like never than now.
Yeah, I'm definitely concerned about Darthee on the Yoru. Of course, like, Neon and Breach would go so big on this map, and I mean, there's so many people towards A. You see Castle all the way through mid. Sloth did get a good kill, but
a great first pick, and you know Sloth, he loves to go for more. Castle finds a shot onto Misuses. Look at him go. He continues to press forward. Absolutely no fear against the Abu Dhabi, despite just having a Sheriff. Looks to reposition now as Evo Mega Knight does spot him out on that Flood. Castle as well in tandem, so the B-site going to be given up here. Kozu popping the ultimate, but Castle sliding to avoid it, so finds nothing off of that now. The swing out, and they get traded by Darthee.
Through the door, yeah. Evil Mega Knight is trying to get a huge here. You should run. And
the lockdown here. It's going to put a lot of time pressure onto Darthee and friends to make this retake happen faster rather than later. Raccoon does find the trade, so it's a 2v2.
We'll take him down, yeah. But
reposition from
will they be aware
consider it?
Yeah.
Last
is very aware.
One enemy remaining.
Is good, but it's just going to make the decision to save at this point, recognizing with the Hunter's Fury, there's just not really the opportunity to convert with such low HP. I don't know about this call, Arya. Deciding to save in the 1v1, the opponent is 15 HP. You're not even going to try and get the Hunter's Fury out. It's a 5th round on the board for Castle's Kittens. They must be feeling absolutely phenomenal at this point.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's just no calm on the HP of Silva, but I feel like Raccoon definitely could have made something happen. Like, even getting the Hunter's Fury out would be amazing for them, but they have no ults against 3 pretty good ults.
Yeah, I imagine temperature check-wise, they're not doing so great on the side of Darthee and friends. It's a round where they had the first blood, but again, Castle is just able to slip all the way through mid, unpunished, finds that kill, doesn't go down until so much later in the round, and then the trades just aren't quite there. I mean, it's one of those things where you have to find a way to get some rounds and claw some together. We've seen Castle's Kittens run away with this map once already on the defensive map, and they're starting to do it on attack as well.
Go, go, go.
I mean, it feels like they're hoping their Breach Stun fake would scare off Castle's Kittens, but there's no one-way smoke to scare them off.
Yeah, they're just going to continue to walk forward. They already got through all of that initiator utility, and for the very free cost of, like, a dart, and that's it. And this drone is finally going to spot some players out, but Castle has walked up and killed Raccoon, so now Misuse is stunned up alone on the gearbox.
Yeah.
Too slow.
See you later. A 5v3 now.
Might just have to elect to save again, like, Sloth going for a hero play, perhaps?
Yeah, holding out the Omen blind, you wonder if some of these
we'll
players
need to wait
the
for
Omen blind.
His teammates.
There's no follow-up, however.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of the team?
Evo Mega Knight
look at this
and Castle going on an insane rap, and Sloth will find one, but Evo Mega Knight is also cleaning it up.
Yeah, just really well executed, well handled game plan from Castle and friends. Recognition that they're blowing all of this utility defensively on a main instantly on any kind of presence, but then they have nothing left to deny the second fight, right? So they see nobody behind that utility and they fall back into these deeper positions. They don't keep that deep info line, so they're not aware of the fact that the players are walking up behind that initial wave of utility so far until it is just too late and that site is completely busted open, and then you see the rewrap continue to aggress. It's just constant in-your-face gameplay from Castle's Kittens.
I mean, I don't know what the call was, but it's so tough there wasn't a one way to even scare them off.
Look, Castle is trying to bait noise. The dart scan's 4, however, so no communication on the dart break. Whatever fake presence they were trying to generate, it's not working.
I mean, Clancy could go huge on the score, but they have no top mid util because they don't even have a Sage Wall to cover it.
Yeah, I mean, they've already committed the deadlock wall, so it's going to be close to breaking by the time Castle's Kittens even get to B main. It's just slopped over there, I believe, with the Sheriff. Yes, Sheriff only, so there's not a whole lot to keep them on this B bomb site. And you can see they just don't have the information over towards A. They're playing so deep on these lines,
Yeah.
they don't have any idea where Castle's Kittens could be. They're just making guesses and reads. They seem to be guessing towards the right side. The smoke does come down, so now there's a couple more players over towards B with 50 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like they're going to execute. It comes down to when Clancy activates on his lurk.
Swap will
Swap
get
good
one.
for one.
Swap
A second
gets
as well.
two. Darthee has to get something. Kozu with the amazing
Spike
kill.
planted.
You have to see Clancy though.
Yeah, here comes Clancy on the backline, but it could be too little too late as Darthee kills Abu Dhabi. Clancy finds two, but Raccoon is going to be holding it from Market. The stick is coming down. Darthee is going to full stick it here. Now Clancy with the shorty finds it. With the
Has
res as
the
well.
ult,
Going to
though.
come back alive.
My turn.
Obama stick to half, trying to run it down with the stinger. Swing. Trying to come out, going to be stunned up now. The time ticking away, the aftershock comes in as well. Clancy going to have to push forward with the flash as well, going to eat the blind, and there just simply isn't the ability there. Time for the defuse. It got way too close, way too scary, but a thrifty round does come out. Darthee and friends staying alive in the first half of Sunset.
I mean, Swap hit some nice shots on the people running to site, especially when Evil Mega Knight did make the transfer to a default. But still, these are great ults from Castle's Kittens. Still have yet to be used, but looks like
Yeah, I mean, I think
might.
they just figured they could group B main and pop and execute and trade out, but Sloth was not considered in that close corner, and getting two there for the price of one really just allowed the rest of the team to flood out. And I mean, Clancy did his best to make it winnable, but it just wasn't quite enough.
I mean, we see this mid aggression already. The stats has to be very careful, as we know how much they love just walking behind them, and I mean, Misuses
I think
has to
trying to set
not
a
die to
trap.
this, but
I'm out of here.
Does find the kill, but very low HP. Raccoon drops the bomb, but traded out by Clancy and
Spike
Evil Mega
down
Knight as
A.
well, so it's a 3v3 and the site is going to be theirs.
they're gonna have to be careful of Sloth on the work
Spike
behind
planted.
them, but Stats is very
considering it.
aware. We'll just take
Finds
him
the
down.
kill almost for free there. Darthee noted out as well. Evo Mega Knight updrafting away to safety. Both of these players coming out of main now, just trying to go fast as Darthee flashing
Darthee is
forward, full
team
blind to
flashing
team
in.
man.
Standing.
Kazu has so much to do. There's the Hunter's Fury, and might just elect to save right now.
Yeah, probably making the right call this time
No,
around. with
but
the save,
Evil
but isn't
Mega
going to be
Knight
able to get away with it.
Aw, thought to try harder.
Just running
mean, it's
Kozu
so
down.
tough.
It's a 7th round. I mean, if you're Darthee and friends, you finally get back on the board with a crucial 50 round. Barely goes your way, but then you just kind of get stomped again. And again, I'm going to keep saying it. This lack of information that they have over towards A, they're just not finding success because of it. All of their map chaos and all of their rotations are coming off the back of the fact that they just don't know what's happening on the map. So yes, they push down mid. Okay, we know they're not mid, but we don't know if they're A, we don't know if they're B. And these A players are playing such deep angles. It's allowing Castle's Kittens so much space to just walk up, and they just have an abundance of utility to be able to use when they go for the site executes. So they swap the deadlock over, perhaps an adjustment being made by Darthee and friends. But you wonder, Kozu known to kind of just dump all of the utility
And
quickly,
Misuzu's just
and
trying to do anything, but Kozu will be swatted up by the drone, and
I'm out of here.
that's just the
There it
free
is
side
again.
again.
the A side is theirs, this time in a 5v3 fashion. And you do have some big ultimates from Darthee and friends, but you don't have the weaponry behind it. You don't expect them to be able to commit to this. And look at Clancy, I mean, just perfectly played on this lyric. You wonder when the activation comes. Here it comes. There's one.
Bye.
The shot onto Raccoon.
One
Two.
enemy
Yeah,
remaining.
Sloth
Clancy
left
is
alone on the
amazing,
lurk.
and look at one, and
Finds one.
Castle is amazing.
Just a bit of toying with him there. A little bit of fun.
Go.
And it's so
8
tough for
rounds
them.
now.
They do have like 4 ults online, but they gotta stop the bleeding.
Yeah, I mean, at this 8-2 scoreline, traditionally you view Sunset, at least I do, as a more defensive comp, defensive-sided map. Teams struggle, especially pug teams, you know, for these kinds of events, struggle a lot on attack. We've seen the attacking team struggle significantly on Sunset throughout this tournament. Castle's Kittens have had absolutely no problem with it at all, so you fear for Darthee and friends, even if they're able to convert a couple more of these rounds. Is it too little too late?
how Castle with the ding onto Zeus's just can't get him, but stops with the short dart kill, and Trez came out and they do have the bomb.
Here's the blind in the swing, and again, Sloth with another overstep. I mean, just
yeah. It's
overplaying his hand a little bit.
Lost all control of the bomb.
Yeah, Raccoon looking for the rewrap. The timing is going to be a little interesting here, right? As Raccoon begins to walk up A to try and recollect some of that space. Clancy and Stats have also made the decision to rewrap. I don't know if Raccoon is going to consider this positioning. The timing could be everything here. Here comes the swing, does find the first, but the trade is good from Clancy. A 1v1 now, the bomb still drops. So Kozu with just a Sheriff is going to try and reclaim that space. Hasn't been noted quite yet. Clancy has to check all of these angles, but the bomb has been collected, and just going to run back towards A. It's the correct read, and the site is going to be his. So a 1v1 post plant coming up here. There will be guns to be collected, however, for Kozu. So an opportunity now. You wonder if Clancy considers the rewrap flank after planning here.
Yeah, but Clancy will have the resurrection online after this plant, and pings are coming out for one of the teams. But Clancy just has to play this post plant.
Yeah, just being aggressive here, walking through his own one-way, just continue to wrap here, and you wonder how long it takes Kozu to check all these angles, and with the tap, it's such an open plant, it gives Clancy a lot of opportunity here. And with a one-way onto the bomb, not really feeling the pressure yet, perhaps feeling it, and the swing out from Clancy's gonna be good! A clutch out there in that 1v2, a 9th round on the board, and really just a steamroll express running over Darthee and friends at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they have so many ults online, like, you have to use them in this last round. I don't know what kind of thing they want to do with it. It might just be pop every single ult, like, immediately, but...
Saving ults for next half at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen any ults on the side of Castle's Kittens, like, ever during this map.
Yeah. And you see, we talked so much about how much Darthee has had impact for his team. He's 6-10, so Raccoon has picked up a little bit of the slack. Some of his teammates have picked up a little bit of slack, but with Darthee struggling so much, it's just been absolute dominance from Castle's Kittens. As look at them push and dive into CT with this overdrive here.
Almost out.
3 players grouped up here. Clancy finds a shot onto Kozu. The Rolling Thunder and the Euro ult coming in. Here comes every single ultimate, just chaos on the site. Clancy and Castle, Raccoon and Sloth each find ones of their own. Stats with another shot on Raccoon, and Sloth alone. He is noted in elbow. He's low HP in this 1v2. He's gonna have to find a way back in with the Just the Judge. Blind is gonna come in. The Shock Dart's gonna tag him as well. But look, they're just running away to B. So disciplined out from Castle's Kittens. Just not going to give Sloth any kind of opportunity to make this round winnable, to isolate any of these gunfights. With the Hunter's Fury in the post plan as well, you have to imagine there's just very little opportunity for him to convert here.
Yeah, I mean, even with the Dart's gonna come back in 5 seconds. Sloth loves going on these work plays and doesn't even have his gun out.
I don't know if Stats saw him. There's the first for free. Clancy pulling out the gun is going to have to trade. Sloth not expecting the second player to be so close. It's a 10th round, an absolute dominant half out from Castle's Kittens on their map and match and series and tournament point for Castle and his Kittens.
I mean, this last half is life and death for them. Misuses might be on Pie Watch. Hopefully not, but this is not what you want to see.
I haven't had enough pie this weekend. I feel like there's been a specific lacking in sweet treat desserts, and I would just love to have another slice. Like, what kind of pie are you looking for? Because I'm personally a big fan of pumpkin pie.
I think pumpkin pie's all right, but I love like the coconut pie. And like lemon meringue is so good. Pie.
Interesting. Just some fastball A aggression here.
Yeah, but Darthee is not playing Neon and will not be able to get past this. Actually, will Psycho run and Darthee is not prepared for that.
I mean, how can you prepare for that? He's just full running, flashing through. My Molotov, he's eating hella damage. He just does it anyway. I think at this point, Darthee, maybe a little frustration coming out there, but you maybe need some heroic plays like that to get some momentum going again as the spike gets planted. Look at these 3 players pushing up towards A link. The flank is going to be noted on Clancy as well, so the backstab coming in, but Evo Mega Knight and Castle find both as well, and Kozu's tacked up low. So a 3v3 now. Looks to swing the advantage back in the favor.
3v5. Kuzu.
Oh my gosh, and a strong
Last
stun, but
player
Misuzu's
standing.
trying to be a hero.
Standing.
Stats, he's been in these situations time and time again. The hero for Castle's Kittens throughout this event. The tap onto the spike. Kozu's low HP, sneaking around the smoke. Doesn't find the half quite yet, but the swing is going to be too soon. Stats once again clutching it out, bringing us to an 11th round for Castle's Kittens. Another pistol round converted, and you can almost put it in the deep freeze. I don't see Darthee and friends bringing this one back.
I mean, it's so tragic. I think Darthee and Sloth try to swing the people in alley, but they're too aware and turn the 3v5 into a 3v3 and just won out in the trades in the end.
On the bright side for Darthee and friends, there was a pie aversion. I believe Misuzu's found 1 or 2 kills that round, so... But Abu Dhabi is still on the table.
Might, yeah.
A winning pie would be the best kind of pie. So we could be looking at one of those. Again, just going for this fast B aggression for Castle's Kittens. This B trap that they had set up on the pistol. Meanwhile, Darthee and friends on the force buy. They're just going to try and run it into market with this breach utility. They're going to have that space for free. But look, Castle's Kittens understanding that B main space is important. They shut down Raccoon, so they have full control. And a pincer maneuver could be coming relatively shortly here.
Not taken down. Oh, Stats is just not ready.
Spike down. B. Last player standing.
It's just locked alone in a 1v3, and the shot goes wide. So now match point and 10 opportunities for Castle's Kittens to close this out and be crowned our Carnation Clash tournament champions.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically hopeless for the side of Darthee and friends. Like, again,
to Lagos as a kid. Pulls yourself
from Darthee, I feel like has hurt them immensely on this map, especially with Breach. Raccoon has amazing utility, but there's a lack of capitalization from Darthee and friends.
Yeah, most definitely, and you can see the weaponry is just not there altogether with that force by coming out in the previous round. They're just trying to make anything happen, anything work, but they've read into the wrong site. They have 2 judges that they're going to have to deal with. Clancy's going to swing wide, but are they going to expect Castle? I can't imagine they do.
Smart move.
Sloth in the meanwhile finds the player in main as well, so perhaps an opportunity here to open up the site. Shockdart does take out Castle, so 2v4 now.
Oh.
But Evo Mega Knight.
The
timing is so good here. But with just a stinger, you wonder how much value. Yep, just the tag up there. Another tag onto Misuzu's as well. So 2 players very low HP, but no kills found yet. As Sloth comes running in with the Hucky. Keeps us going for another round. Finally, a conversion there for Darthee and friends.
Yeah, I mean, again, you have to think of it as like, we win this 1 round instead of we need to win, I don't know, like 11 rounds in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
Like round by round, the Abu Dhabi may get a slice of pie, but
we might see a victory slice of pie. I would love to see it personally. But I mean, you look at the rest of the roster for Castle's Kittens. We talked about how well they've all worked together throughout this entire tournament series. All of them are absolutely lighting up the scoreboard at different moments here, and that's what has led us to this 12-3 scoreline.
I mean, it seems like rotates are coming in to A, but
here.
It's like it's just gonna be an execute.
Yeah, I mean, nobody home on this B-bomb site, and they use very minimal utility as well to take the site here, so they're gonna have a lot for this post plan, you imagine. But Darthee, look, he's pushing forward. Evo Mega Knight considers the spray is gonna be good.
And the crush is
the drone coming out now. Gonna spot out Sloth, so here comes the flood. Shot on the Evo Mega Knight, gonna get traded. Clancy gets taken down by his own team, Shockdart. Misuzu finds the kill onto Stats as well, so Abu Dhabi with just a bandit to do it all in this 1v3. It should be a cleaned up round here for Darthee and friends. They're finding ways to find these rounds for now and keep the series going. Just 8 more opportunities now for Castle and his
I mean, it's just like Stats has some hatred towards Clancy. For some reason, just took him down, but still have many chances for them to close out this match for the whole series and for grand finals.
And I believe the Abu Dhabi did not get any kills that round, so I think we're looking at 3-13 or 3-12 out from them. So still an opportunity for a victory slice of pie. Keep that in mind for the viewing audience at home. Castle just gonna take this aggressive line.
This angle. Cannot
Darthee walks up
make
close.
the play.
Good opener for them, and they need to continue to find these if they want to find a way back into this map. Just going to accelerate back in, Yoru flash going to be good. The shot onto Evo Mega Knight even better.
Clancy whippy on
finds the kill onto
the dart,
Clancy.
and
I'm back.
the Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi finds the kill!
Enemy remaining.
Eye averted as Darthee does trade it out to find the third on the round. So now a 4v1 for Stats. We've seen him do some crazy things. I don't know if he can do this one here. Perhaps with some overplays and some oversteps from Darthee and friends. You see, there's the first one handed away. Raccoon so far away on this side of the map. Is Stats playing for exits, or is he going to have an opportunity? No, the backstab comes in from Raccoon, so cleans it up there. A 5th round on the board. They continue to fight and continue to try and claw their way back here, are Darthee and friends.
Yeah, but we do see these crucial ults come online for Castle's Kittens, and even though they might be on an eco round, it's a pretty strong buy.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is about such an insurmountable amount of rounds is that slowly over time, they're just going to build up these ultimates just by nature of dying. They don't even have to get any kills in the round, and eventually you have to deal with that snowball ult round and get through it. And so you can see they're starting to build those up. The Jet Knives do come in this round, but with the Hunter's Fury and the Overdrive on Castle, you can see they have the opportunity to really steamroll around and just kind of put this thing to bed. As they walk forward, Sloth's timing is bad there. He only spots out the 2 enemies. He doesn't find anything. And look at them accelerate into spawn. Castle is just sending it forward. Excuses does come to help.
Did not slide, but Clancy...
Look at Clancy. 1. Oh, but that's all he'll find. Traded out. Good trade from Raccoon to stabilize. A 4v2 now. They've recognized the B side is relatively open, so Stats can look to try and pivot, but Sloth on this late lurk as well is probably going to find a good timing on him. Oh, but maybe not. Stats might slip away here. Oh, picked up the gun. That's going to give the sound cue.
One
So the
enemy
kill
remaining.
found there. A 1v4 for the Abu Dhabi. I
Spike
don't
planted.
know if he has it in him. Looking for Sloth. Gonna find the first. That's a gun upgrade as well.
Might elect to
E3 now,
save,
Hunter's Fury.
perhaps?
Yeah, maybe look for some exits just to do some economy damage there. The drone tag does confirm the positioning.
Shock Darth.
It's just not a whole lot for the Abu Dhabi to be able to do here, really. Just looking for some exit damage, some dinks on the way out the door. Not going to find too much as Misusis finds a 3rd on the round there. Really great job from him to help Sloth out as he was getting run down by both Castle and Evo Mega Knight, finding both of those kills in tandem. So really keeping them alive in this map. And he's another guy who has performed pretty strongly throughout this tournament series and maybe finding some lack of success in this grand final. Trying to do something, it might be too little too late, but trying his best to find a way into this map and into this series.
Yeah, I mean, Darthee and friends kind of clawing their way back up. After a devastating half so far, is they could bring it back.
Placing swarm grenade.
Yeah, and maybe believing in themselves a little more now. You can see that they're playing more disciplined, right? Oh, as I say that, Castle finds the early pick onto Darthee. That's just an unfortunate circumstance. You can see the panicked reactions out from Darthee and friends. They try and retake some space towards mid. I think a potential mid split coming as now another player spotted out in mid. So Castle back on this line.
Yeah,
Stun's
Castle
going to force them back
stopping
as well.
them from going up, and I mean, there's so many ults for Castle's Kittens, and it's so hard without Yoru to do anything.
Hunter's Fury's going to come in here on that door break. Doesn't find anyone quite yet.
Yes.
However, Misusis is going to get caught out.
Spike
Clancy finds
down
another to
A.
drop the spike as well. So now it's 2v5, make that a
player
1v5 now for Sloth and all to do, and that is going to be
Defenders win.
13-6. Castle's
That's how we do
Kittens
it.
are your Carnation Clash champions. Dominant 2-0 fashion on Sunset. Starting off, they were the first team we saw on stream. They struggled against Darthee and friends. You know, they kind of got ran down. They looked a little discombobulated, but from that point forward, did not have any more hiccups. I don't think they dropped another map the whole rest of the event. I mean, just fantastic gameplay out from them. Arya, what did you see out there that let them succeed so well?
I mean, it really was like the individuals who are like so good. Like during those hero plays, like you have Evo Mega Knight. We saw dunk on people, and UO Stats, UO Clancy, Castle, and even the Abu Dhabi, who's like gold, I think. I don't know, but they all had their moments of greatness, and it really culminated in a very good and solid team.
Yeah, you know, Darthee and friends, they started out so strong. They did a great job throughout this event. Getting to the final was no easy task, and they did show a lot of fight and a lot of flashes of brilliance there. Darthee did have a bit of a rough second map, and that probably led to some of the struggles there that they had in map number 2. But I definitely, on Castle's Kittens, I want to call attention to guys like Stats, guys like Clancy. You know, these are players who, coming into the event, were looking to be more of the supporting cast behind Castle, who is this force of nature out there, as we know, as we've seen in this tournament series, but really almost outshining Castle at times, right? Stats in particular was really the safe hands for that team. There were so many rounds that started to slip away where Stats would just make a play and find 2, or to get a crucial trade that allowed them to convert at the end of the round. So I think they did a great job all around. Congratulations to them as our champions. We're going to take an interview with our winners in just a short minute here. I just want to say thank you on behalf of myself. Arya, thank you for such a tremendous cast. Any closing thoughts before we throw it to the interview?
Thank you too, Chase, and I hope everyone enjoyed this tournament. It was amazing watching all the Valorant, and everything was charity. It was for a good cause, and yeah, I'm excited for Castle's Kittens. And you'll hear from them soon.